I would like to teach you a method of casting on for knitting that is different than normally seen. It's a little bit more, it has one more step to it than is usually taught, but it makes a really nice bottom edge. So, take any yarn. This is a worsted weight. Give yourself, just for practice sake, 36 inches of a tail. Make a slip knot by wrapping your finger with the yarn, coming behind the loop that you've made, pushing a loop through that one, pulling it up. Now place your needle. This is a size 10 needle, strictly for demonstration purposes. With this type of yarn you would probably use a 7 or an 8 size needle. Put the slip knot through onto your needle. Put your hand up. Grab both strands of yarn with your little finger. Make a bit of a fist. Turn your hand over. Put your pointer finger and thumb through the middle of those two strands of yarn. Pull the slip knot, not terribly tight, but tight enough to come up to the needle. Alright. Now you have both fingers through the middle. Flip your hand back up. You have an X here. This needle wants to go underneath the X, down through the middle of that left side of the X, over to this thread, undo the X, pull the needle through. Let go of your thumb. If you don't have scratchy fingers, that's easy. Reposition your fingers and pull that up tight. Okay, flip your hand, palm up, under the X, through the middle, toward the front. Grab the other yarn, undo the X, go back through the middle, let go of that yarn, re-wrap your thumb. Your fingers are through the middle. You flip your hand palm up. There's an X around your thumb, under the X, through the middle of the X, toward the front of your hand. Grab the next strand of yarn, undo the X, go through the middle, drop your thumb and re-wrap. I'm going to do it slow once more. Wrap your thumb with an X, go under the X, through the middle of the X toward the front of your hand, over to grab the other strand of yarn, undo the X, back through the middle, re-wrap your thumb. That's going to make a really nice edge for your knitted project. Okay, just a little bit faster. Under the X, through the middle, grab the next strand, undo the X toward the front of your, move toward the front of your hand, drop your thumb and re-wrap it. Under the X, through the middle, grab the next strand, undo the X, come toward the front of your hand, re-wrap. Sometimes you have to let go of both strands so that they can untwist. Grab both strands with your little finger, make a fist, palm down with your two fingers through both strands, flip them palm back up, under the X, through the X toward the front, grab the next yarn, untwist, come back through the front, re-wrap your thumb, under, through, over, through, re-wrap. Under, completely under, through the middle, toward the front, grab the next strand, untwist. Come toward the front, drop your thumb, rewrap. Under, through the middle, over, to the untwisted middle, rewrap, under, through, over, untwist. Under, through, over, untwist, toward the front, rewrap. I think you've got it. This is the simpler cast on. This is the little bit more complex cast on.